Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into a project that I've been working on over the past month or so, a little over a month, and it is a tropical themed island survival game in a low poly style. So when we start out, we start here on the beach of some island that has been procedurally generated. Everything is procedurally generated, except for that little house thing over there, which is built in-game. Now, I built that in a previous run of the game. I have a little save game system in place that saves and loads things that the player built. So, I'm just going to give you a little preview of the features in the game as it is at the moment. Just know that they are very crude and some of them are quite a bit wonky. So let's start with the inventory. We have a little inventory window here. We can drag stuff around. We can put on a little mask. We can equip a bow. And we can run around. Now there you see some kind of an enemy thing right there. They're also very crude. They use a navigation system which is not based on a nav mesh. But you can see here it is actually avoiding this rock and going around it and attacking the player. Now if I get too close to him, he will stab me. So I'm just going to shoot him with a bow. I got some fire arrows here and he's gone. At the moment they do not have a ragdoll animation thing set up. They just disappear for now. Now their navigation is done by doing a single ray trace that sees objects in the way and tries to avoid them. It is a bit between trees and stuff they will sometimes get a bit stuck. If you see there's some lagging now and then, that is caused by the video recorder. Now let's go into the building system. We're going to start off with that, and later on we'll do what I think at the moment is the most fun thing to do in the game, and that is to fight a hippopotamus. But we'll get to that in some time. So the first thing we need is a branch. Now we pick up the branch, then we go along. Go over here, we can pick that one up too, and we need a stone. Once we have a branch and a stone, we can craft a stone axe. There we have the axe. We can equip the axe. And there's something there. He's probably going to stab me right now. Yeah, but he's gone, he's dead. Right. Now we're going to go and we are going to chop some wood. There are also some pineapples that we can pick up. They will show up in the inventory, but there are currently no use for them. Now let's go to this tree right here. And we can start chopping. We give it a few hits and it will fall. There we have a nice little trunk. Now you might be thinking this is looking a lot like Valheim, and you will be correct, because this is really inspired by Valheim. That is true, I cannot deny that. And once the tree is down, we get the wood from it. Let's do another one over here. When the trunks fall on you, at the moment, they do not do any damage, so that is fine. Can hack it down. There we go, now you got some wood. Each of these big trees gives you 10 wood. There are also some palm trees, but they are not here at the moment. We'll have to look for them a little bit. But now, ooh, something else I want to show. I actually made a glider. So we're gonna go up this little ramp. And the map is quite big, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So, if we jump off here, we can equip the glider. And there we go. It has a physical-based flight model, so that is quite realistic. It's based on the real physics of flying, and it can stall and all of that. Now let me just let go of that one. Alright, and it can do loops and rolls and all of that nice stuff. Now let's just show the building system a little bit. So we're gonna go in here. I'm just gonna drag that away, put the axe right there, and we're gonna craft a hammer. Once we have the hammer, we can build stuff, and we have that little green thing right there. Now there is a basic snapping system. So if I put it against this stuff, you will see that it snaps. Now we can put it down right there. Sorry, there's something going on in the background right there, and we can build stuff. So I'm just going to build a little house over here, and we can rotate it with the mouse wheel. I'm just going to put that down, that one, there we go, that one right there. Alright, let's see, we have 4 of them, I think so. Can put one more right there, jump up here, there, and we get a wall. Yeah, you press the right mouse button and you get a little menu with stuff that you can build. The images are very just placeholder stuff at the moment, so you can put it in, and you can see it snaps quite well to where you are aiming. And this is not a package or an asset. That's another thing I want to get into. Everything you see here is made from scratch. No marketplace or asset store, whatever stuff I used. The only thing in here that is from some kind of a database is some of the sounds. Most of the sounds at the moment are from zapsplat.com, which is a great library for sounds for your game. Now when you run out of wood, we see, oops, it turned red and we can no longer build. It will try to, but it won't build. Now, to talk about the terrain a little bit, the placement of the trees and the rocks and everything is based on Berlin noise maps. Even these little vegetation stuff on the ground is placed with Berlin noise maps. Like everything is placed with Berlin noise maps. Even the enemies and hippos. I don't see hippo now, but we will get to one. We can just get the hammer a bit. There's a little bug right there. See, that green thing should not be there, but that is fine. Let's just get the roof. Let's finish the roof right here. We got a little snapping over here. See, this thing is actually, let's just go, there we go. Roof, roof, roof. Let's go up one more. Yeah, roof, 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 and then that one. There we go. Now we got a little island house. We also have a fire somewhere. Let's just see. There we go. Oh, what do we need for the fire actually? We need 5 stones. Let's go get some stones. Yeah, another thing we can talk about while I'm busy with this is the spawning of the mobs. Or the enemies. There is only one type of enemy in the game at the moment. And they will spawn when you get close to them. To be able to handle a large amount of them on a large open world map. And when you go away far enough, they will disappear. And when you go back, they will still be there. Unless you kill them, of course, in which case they will be gone. I think I put a fire down there. That's nice, look at that. Alright. The brightness might be a little bit, or the blue might be a little bit intense at the moment. So, I think that's it for building at the moment. Another thing, the arrows that the bow is shooting for now are all fire arrows. So, if you shoot it at a wooden structure, put 2 arrows in there right now, the wood and the roof, whatever, will catch fire and the fire will spread and the house will burn down. So, we just give it a little time right there, and yeah, it's spreading to the top. Alright, and there the blocks start breaking, and yeah. The whole thing won't burn down unless it's very small. The fire only spreads a predetermined radius, and then it burns out eventually, to like prevent the player from accidentally burning down a massive house. So yeah. Now, before we go and hunt for a hippopotamus, there is one more thing we need to discuss real quick. And that is, if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and also you can ring that notification bell. So yeah, I would really appreciate that. We have recently passed 250 subscribers on the channel, and we are on our way to 300. We're almost there, so I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. So, interestingly, this little bell, I'm just gonna show this real quick. You can see some green things hanging. That's just little bugs that will be sorted out later. Each time you put down one of these bells, the pitch it produces are indeed randomized. So, you're to take the bow and you are to listen to this bell, and this one, I missed that one, again, that one, and that one. You will hear that they will have different pitches and all of that stuff, and it kind of sounds like those little pipe things you hang in the wind. Interestingly also is the ball bell thing inside. Ideally, you want it to make a noise when it hits the outer bell dome thing. But because the bodies are rigid bodies connected with joints, I cannot have a convex collision mesh on the outer bell thing. So the inside ball, I can't sense collision between those two things. But I still want the bell to preferably ring when the ball inside hit the outside, and of course when it gets shot. And how to do that is quite interesting. I took the angular velocity of the inside ball thing and derived it to get the slope or the derivative of the angular velocity, and whenever that derivative is above a certain threshold, the bell plays a sound. So that means when the ball changes velocity very quickly, it rings. And that would mostly happen when the bell gets shot, or when the ball hits its angular limits of the joint, and then it suddenly stops, and then it makes a sound. But yeah, we got a little bit sidetracked right here with that one, so I think at this point we can go hunt a hippopotamus. So we're going to use the bow for that, and there is one right there in the water. And in many cases they will spawn in pods, due to the fact that they are being spawned via purler noise, and the hippo swims. And you, as player, can also swim, but you really do not want to be caught in the water by a hippo. So, to show the power of this creature, we're going to go into the house here real first, and we're going to go up here, and we're going to anger it. We're going to give it a shot. That missed it. Okay, that one should hit him. Now he's angry. Now he's coming. And he will stop a bit, be a little bit angry, and then he'll come. And he is extremely strong. And he will break your house to bits. Like that. Look at that. Look at that. That's one angry boy. Now let's go and fight him fairly on the ground. And run out here. He's coming. And he will run you over. And knock you out. And after a while you will recover and stand up, but you will still have damage being done to you. And the trick to defeat him is quite easily. We're just gonna take care of that thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he got me real good. And we want to take care of that thing because he's gonna stab me and he's gonna kill me. Where is the hippo? I think he's... yeah, there he is. So yeah, we do not want him to do this again because we're almost dead. Our health is there in the left corner. So the trick is to just like run around him, because you cannot run away from him. He's too fast. And he is actually also a rigid body controller. That it's two balls basically connected with the joint. His rear end and his front end. And then there's just the animation model put inside of them. And he's got quite a bit of hit points, so we're gonna deal some damage to him right now. And not be run over. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he got me. Alright, just gonna get up real quick, take him out. Alright, there he goes. And sometimes, yeah, he will fly through there with some jumps and stuff. That is a little problem you run into a lot when you're using rigid body controllers for things, is the fact that it will ramp on slopes. So that will be the last arrow, and that took him out. And he's dead now, and for now he's just like a little ragdoll thing just rolling around here. And let's go to the water a bit and talk about the swimming, in fact. Now you will notice that this water has waves upon it. And when you go into the water, you will float on top of these waves. You'll notice how the water goes up and down, and the player stays inside of the wave. So how the waves work is they're actually a shader graph shader that is displacing the vertices of the water plane. And then parallel with that, there is a C# script that runs the same wave function, so that I can get the height of the wave at any point in the world, at a singular point, because we cannot calculate all the heights for the entire water plane on the C# scripts that run on the CPU. That would be ridiculous. So we just get it for the point where the player is, and then we have some buoyancy. And that's the same way the hippo works. And there's also a boat in the game. It's not really functional at this moment, but the boat will use the same kind of thing. And it is actual buoyancy. It will like fall in a bit deeper, and yeah, you can't really see it right now, but yeah, it just applies a force to the player. I'm trying to think now if there's something I'm missing that I haven't shown. The size of the world, actually. At the moment, the size of the world is It is an 8x8 terrain chunk map. Each chunk is 1000 by 1000 game units, Unity units, whatever. For now, let's call it meters. So that gives us a total size in Unity units of about 64,000 square Unity units, which is quite a big map. And it is all procedurally generated. Here we got some palm trees. Look at that. Nice, happy little palm trees. So the map is quite big, and there is a lot of LOD stuff going on, and culling, to be able to maintain a decent frame rate. Now, throughout this demo you have seen some frame drops, but that is mostly due to using a screen recorder in parallel with the game. And I am developing on a laptop that is quite old and not very fast at all made for gaming. And the frame rate is constantly about above 40, between 40 and 60, I would say. And that's also considering there are no baked lights or probes or anything. All lighting is dynamic. That is, of course, to be able to have a dynamic day-night cycle. At the moment there is half of a day-night cycle that is not active now because I didn't want it to get dark while I'm playing. But yeah, I think that's about it for now. There are quite a few islands. Let's just quickly show you the size of the map. There's the player. Now let's maximize this. You will see I am using the animation rigging package for some IK stuff. That is the little blue skeleton in there. And it will be visible as I zoom out. I'm just going to deselect it, otherwise that gizmo is going to be a bit big. So I'm going to zoom out and just keep your eye on the little man right there, and we're going out and out and out. And this is the island where we just were. And we go out and out and out. And at the moment this is the entire map. So you can basically, you cannot see the player anymore. It's like one little pixel there at that bottom of that island. So this is the map. The ocean hasn't been put there yet. And these are the terrain chunks. Let's just, those are the terrain chunks. And that is 8x8. So that's the entire map. And the entire map is populated with trees and stuff like that at runtime. There you will see all the trees and stuff are gone right now, and all the rocks and hippos and all of that. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to follow along with the development of this project, please consider subscribing. And I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed up to this point to the channel. And this is probably the longest video I've posted. So I hope I didn't bore you at all. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.